Good morning, student. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about multiple batch extraction. The multiple batch extraction can be done in terms of solute remain unextracted in aqueous phase. That can be written in the equation form, that is Wn is equal to Wa, that is initial concentration of solute, bracket volume of aqueous layer divided by distribution ratio, volume of organic layer plus volume of aqueous layer, bracket raised to n. N means number of operation in multiple batch extraction. This batch extraction can be done by apparatus, that is Krag apparatus, and the process of multiple batch extraction is also called as counter current extraction or counter current distribution. That means there will be two solvents in contact with each other in multiple time, and then distribution is taking place between the aqueous and organic layer. So this multiple batch extraction can be carried out by the apparatus. The apparatus is called as Krag's distribution apparatus. So let us see in detail. The two solutes having nearly same distribution ratio are not separated in a single extraction. In such cases, a complete extraction is achieved by several operations called as multiple extraction, and this multiple extraction is carried out by using a fresh solvent. Such system is called as counter current distribution. For this counter current distribution or multiple extraction, Lehman C. Krag's developed the apparatus in 1940 century. This apparatus is called as Krag's apparatus, and this apparatus can be used to carry out multiple batch extraction. The Krag apparatus consists of series of Krag's tubes connecting each other like a train and form a chair like shape. If you see in this figure, so this is Krag tubes. This Krag tube is shape is like chair, and this number of Krag tubes are connected with each other like a train. A Krag tube consists of two separate chamber A and chamber D. So this is chamber A and chamber D. Chamber A in a tube is filled with solvent 1, that means aqueous layer. Chamber A याच्यामध्ये आपण solvent 1 हे घेतलं, that is solvent 1 will be the aqueous. Solvent 1 is always more denser than solvent 2, so that the solvent 1 occupy the bottom position and solvent 2 occupy the top position in the tube. That means या tube मध्ये lower portion हा solvent 1 चा असेल, that means because it has high density than the solvent 2, आणि वरचं लेयर जे असेल ते solvent 2 चं म्हणजे ऑर्गॅनिक लेयरचं असावं. The solvent 1 may be in aqueous phase and solvent 2 will be the organic phase. In solvent 1, the appropriate reagent or buffers are added to maintain the pH. The volume of solvent 1 is taken as small. It should not flow to the next tube, that is next chamber D through the tube C. When it rotates through the 90 degree, the first tube A contain a solute in solvent 1 which is to be extracted. That means solvent 1 मध्ये solute दिलेला असेल आणि solvent 1 चं व्हॉल्यूम कमी असायला पाहिजे, कमी किती असायला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून जेव्हा हे आपण क्रॅक ॲपरेटस 90 डिग्रीने रोटेट करू तेव्हा याचं व्हॉल्यूम फक्त इथपर्यंत यायला पाहिजे. यू सी इथपर्यंत व्हॉल्यूम यायला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून 90 डिग्रीने रोटेट केल्याने सॉल्वंट 1 ट्यूब एमध्येच राहायला पाहिजे, सॉल्वंट चेंबर डीमध्ये जायला नको थ्रू दिस ट्यूब सी. Let us see the mechanism of the cracks apparatus. The first point will be the extracting solvent 2 is introduced in the first tube through the inlet B. Okay, the solvent 2 will be introduced through this tube B. This is chamber 1 A, chamber D. याच्यामध्ये सॉल्वंट 1 असेल, नंतर सॉल्वंट 2 ऑर्गॅनिक लेअर आपण या ट्यूब बी थ्रू आपण याच्या एमध्ये चेंबरमध्ये टाकणार. तदनंतर जेव्हा ट्यूब आपण 90 डिग्रीने रोटेट करू तेव्हा सॉल्वंट 2 फक्त थ्रू द ट्यूब सी इज गो इन टू द चेंबर डी. आणि अशाच पोझिशनने परत ही ट्यूब परत बॅक पोझिशनला येईल. देन अगेन we can add the solvent, fresh solvent 2. Then again distribution is taking place. Again we rotate this tube. Only solvent 2 will be goes into the next tube. So in this way the distribution taking place. Then tube is rotated through the 90 degree. The lighter extracting solvent 2 flows through the tube C into the chamber D as shown in the figure. Now the whole apparatus rotates back to its original position as shown in the figure. Solvent 2 flows out through the tube E into the next tube, next connecting tube. The original solvent 1 remains in the chamber A of the first tube. Again we add a fresh solvent 2 in a first tube, and this process is repeated again. That means more than 2 or 3 times the solvent 2 will be fresh solvent to be in contact with the aqueous phase, and again redistribution is taking place. In this way the complete distribution or extraction is possible through this apparatus. The solute originally extracted into the solvent 2 has been transferred to the second tube containing solvent 1. Here the solute again redistributed into 2 phases. This procedure is repeated several times in order to get higher separation efficiency. The number of operation depends on the number of crack tube. That means as number of tube is more, so it required few operations. As number of tube is less, it requires more operation for the complete separation or higher separation efficiency. The fraction of solute is extracted by I tube after n operation is given by the equation, that is fraction of solute extracted is equal to Ni Ri n minus 1 bracket into I, then bracket 1 upon d plus 1 raised to n d raised to I. In this way we can able to calculate fraction of solute extracted by this multiple batch extraction. Let us see the characteristic of this apparatus, Craggs apparatus. This operation are performed in Craggs operation. The operation are performed automatically. Craggs counter current instrument consists of Craggs tubes, vary from few dozens to thousands or more also. The technique has been used widely in biochemistry for the separation of biomolecules like amino acids, vitamins, polypeptides, nucleic acid, proteins, hormones, enzymes, etc. The technique is used in pharmaceutical industry for purification of pharma active ingredient, that is API. So these are the uses of this multiple batch extraction. Here the theoretical part will be finished. Let us see some numericals on this chapter. So first numerical is 90% of chelate is extracted when equal volume of aqueous and organic phase are used. What will be the percent extraction if the volume of organic phase will be double? So first we'll isolate or separate the given things, that is percent E will be 90%. In first case the volume ratio will be the equal, that is aqueous equal to the organic volume. So therefore the ratio of volume of aqueous to volume of organic will be the 1. Then we know the percent extraction. Percent E is equal to 100 D divided by D plus VA upon VO. So we know the D is the distribution ratio, VA is the volume of aqueous, VO is the volume of organic. First we will calculate. We have the two things, that is volume ratio we have and percent E. So from this equation we can able to find out distribution ratio for this solute. So substitute the value 90, that is percent extraction in 90, is equal to 100 D divided by D plus the volume ratio will be the 1. So solve this equation, then we get D is equal to 9. Then here we get the distribution ratio D value. Then in second time they mention that is volume of organic will be the double. So what will be the extraction? So volume of organic layer will be the double to the aqueous, that means VO is equal to 2 of VA. Then volume ratio VA upon VO is equal to 1/2, that is 0.5. That means volume of organic will be the double. We know the same formula, percent E is equal to 100, and substitute the value of D from the first calculation. D 9 divided by 9 plus 0.5, volume ratio will be the 0.5. So we get 94.73% extraction. That means if you increase the volume of organic, so percent extraction will be increases. Here 94.73, and volume of organic is the same to the aqueous, so here we get the 90% extraction. That means volume of organic layer will increase the percent extraction. Similarly, the next numerical, assume that the extraction from water into the toluene, analyte A, this analyte A has a distribution ratio D is equal to 10. A 20 ml portion of an aqueous solution of A is extracted with a toluene. Which of the following procedure will result in most efficient removal of solute A from the aqueous phase into the toluene? Here the toluene will be the organic layer. So there will be three possibilities they have mentioned, and ask which possibility gives a better efficiency. First is 1 extraction with 40 ml of toluene. Second, 2 extraction with 20 ml of toluene of each. And third possibility, 4 extractions with 10 ml of toluene. That means the volume of organic layer will be the constant, that is 40 ml. But they have tried 4 operation by 10 ml, then 2 operation by 20 ml and one single operation by 40 ml of toluene. So let us find out the which method will be the more efficient to extract the metal ion. So we know the fraction remaining in aqueous will be the W1, that is first extraction. W1 is equal to WA, initial concentration, bracket Va upon dVo plus Va raised to 1. That means only single operation. So what will be the volume of aqueous? They have mentioned here, that is a 20 ml portion of aqueous. That means volume of aqueous layer will be the 20. Then they have given the distribution ratio 10. And first method, that is directly one single operation by 40 ml of toluene. So organic layer will be the 40 plus 20 raised to 1. Solve this equation, we get 0.048 fraction of the solute remain unextracted. That means fraction, that means percent remain unextracted will be the 4.8%. If you multiply by 100, that is 4.8%. Then extraction efficiency approximately 95.2%. A will be extracted if we take the 40 ml of toluene in one single operation, right? Let us try with the second option, that is 2 extraction with 20 ml of toluene. So for second possibility, we fraction of solute remain unextracted is equal to same formula. Volume of aqueous will be the same, D will be the same, only volume of organic layer will be the change. Here first we take 40 ml, then now we take 20 ml, but 20 ml 2 operation, that means the rest to 2. So we get 0.0083% remain fraction remain unextracted and 0.83% solute remain unextracted. That means near about 99%, more than 99% of solute can be extracted if you make 2 operation with organic layer. So we also have third operation possibility, that is 4 extraction with 10 ml of toluene. Then same formula we have used, that is W fourth is equal to WA Va upon dVo plus Va raised to 4. So substitute the value. Volume of aqueous is 20. Here D will be the 10. Here will be the print mistake. So here we should use, that is volume of toluene will be 10 ml. Then plus 20 aqueous raised to 4. So we get 0.077% of solute remain unextracted. That means near about 100% of solute A will be extracted if we use multiple batch extraction or multiple operation with the same solvent. That means solvent will be remain same. Then we conclude that the several extraction using small portion of organic solvent allows one to be separate the analyte more efficient than the one larger portion of the sample. So these are the MCQ type of questions, that is solvent extraction is an equilibrium process and it is controlled by the law, that is distribution law. For the study of distribution law, the two solvent must be, that is the requirement of the solvent extraction, that is two solvents should be non-miscible, we can say miscible. Nernst distribution law, Kd is equal to concentration of solute in organic divided by concentration of solute in aqueous, applies when molecular state of the solute is same in both the solvent, that means organic aqueous, means solute should not be dissociated or ionized. Similarly, the distribution coefficient Kd is useful when temperature remain constant, right? The solution are diluted, it's also correct. The two solvent are immiscible, it should be correct. That means all three, all the above. Higher the value of distribution coefficient with respect to the organic phase indicate that means more amount of solute extracted in organic phase. So in this way there will be several MCQ type of questions. Now here chapter will be finished, solvent extraction. Then we will start the next separation technique, that is chromatographic technique. Thank you.